we're being live streamed. All right. Okay, one more second. And we're live, I think. We're being live. There we go. Okay, great. We're live. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Again. You know what I'm going to have you do, if you don't mind, your spot right now, I'm going to do it as well. Will you raise your hand? And that way, when we're in grid view, and especially when we're sharing at the end, you'll always be pushed to the top. And that would be awesome. And then I'm going to hand it off to you. I'm going to shut my mic off. Can you do that? There we go.
There it is. I panicked.
Hopefully a no panic zone. So we're trying to set a good example. All right, Sarah, thanks. I'm going to let you guide us through tonight's workshop, and I'll be back to help people share, and we'll take a look at what they've done.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm going to share my screen and we can jump right in. Oops, I'm going to read my emails. You can see the one I did last time. And then, all right. Everyone can see that, Tom? Yeah, cool. All right. I had a warm-up doodle just in case, but I think we're going to skip right in because I'm excited. So yeah, welcome to the Friday night workshops. This is my second time. I really enjoyed it. I'm Sarah Maloney. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find most of my work at Maloney Doodles. Okay, so before I talk a little bit about zine making, this is when you can go find your materials. So grab some scissors, and if you don't have scissors, that's fine. Something to draw with, and then if you have it, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of printer paper. Also, it's real flexible, easy breezy, whatever paper you have on hand, we can work with that. And then while you look for those things, I'm going to talk about zine making. Oh, I'm going to talk about myself. So yeah, there's not much to say. I'm a queer visual artist, storyteller, educator. I self-publish a lot of my comics. And my most recent one is called The World Ends with a Poot, which is I like making a lot of comics about nature, queerness, and a splash of science, I guess. And I think sometimes some dark sense of humor. Yeah, and I love making zines. That's where I got started. And so zine, what is that? It's just, I'm sure you've all seen it around at bookshops or comic shops or online. They've been around forever. Essentially, it's just a small DIY self-published book. Often, originally it was mostly photocopied, but now I feel people often reproduce it also just through a printer or a risograph is another way of printing. And it's really awesome because you can talk about whatever you want and distribute it. And often people it's a cool culture around it. You can trade, they're informative. Yeah, it's a good community. All right, so second reminder about supplies. Hopefully you all have it. I think the most important is a piece of paper and a pencil. And then also as I go through, since we're folding and there's going to be a cut before we fill in the comic or the zine, if you lose where we're at, I'm going to go slowly, but if you lose where we're at, that's okay. I have at the end, I'm going to have a written instruction with pictures. So don't panic. There'll be time to try again and have more information. So, and also feel free to reach out on the chat. Yeah. And then my very important technical terms. I'm going to be doing, or we're going to be doing mostly hamburger folds and hot dog folds. And so right? If you have a piece of paper that's a rectangle, a hamburger sort of closes like a book, and then a hot dog goes the long way, and it makes this long rectangle. All right, cool. Just so we're on the same page. All right, and then here's the like infograph I made. It's gonna come back at the end of the workshop, and it'll just be on the screen with the prompt, so you can spend all the time you want with it. So hopefully that can be understood. Oops, that was a sneak peek. So now we're gonna we're gonna jump right in. So get out your piece of paper, and I'm gonna use my other screen, and I'm gonna talk you through, and then also like you'll see me folding it. Yeah, and I'll go slow. You can always ask questions. So I'm gonna switch screens. All right. Can you see my other screen, Tom?
Not yet. Let me see if I can find you.
Oh, I just raised my hand, I think.
Oh, you did? No. Hang on. I'm not seeing it. Anybody seeing it? Oh, yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna spotlight it for everyone. It's sideways, but that's okay, I think.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. That's always tricky.
It looks the correct way for me. Is that not true?
It's vertical right now, but I think it'll work.
Okay.
These,
All right. So you have your piece of paper, and we first do the hamburger fold. So you close it sort of like a book. And I like to use my nail sort of to really make that tight fold. Okay. I'll give y'all a few seconds to do that. And then we're going to do essentially another hamburger fold. So the paper size is getting smaller. And then make sure that's a nice tight fold. One more hamburger fold. And then you're going to notice it's the zine size. This is the size of our finished zine. It's nice, cute little book. Okay. And after all that hard work, open it all up.
and if you're having any trouble, put it in the chat and I'll try and help you in Word form.
And that should give you, you'll see sort of 8 pages have been made if you're looking at it into folded segments. And as you all anticipated, we're now going to do the hot dog fold.
I didn't anticipate that.
Oh, you did. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, sorry, I got nervous. No, open that up. And then you do the hamburger fold. All right, and then this comes this is when we're going to use the scissors. I'll tear with my hands just to like show you that you can do it even without scissors. And you want to make sure on the folded edge, this is where you're cutting into or tearing into. And you're going to cut just until you meet where the folds intersect. So it'll make like a slit. All right. Just gently do that. All right. And then if you see, I stopped right at the intersection of the folds. You can now open up. And what should have happened is you have a hole, like a slit in the middle of your paper. Okay, now we do the hot dog fold. All right. And then I like to put it so I can see the slit that I just made. You take both hands and you can sort of pinch it near the outside of the slit. And you're gonna push the book into itself. And you have these sort of a star. And then you close the book. I'll do this one another time, just in case. Feel free to like hold up what you're doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm using photocopy paper. So if you need me to do it again, I'm going to do it. The hot dog. Pinch at the end of the slits. Push together. And then bring all the pages in. And if anyone has like another way of saying that or showing, like jump in, Tom, if you want.
Might be worth saying that like it doesn't matter which way it collapses in on itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something will become a cover and something will become a back cover, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to be particular. You just let it sort of fall, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's good to say. Yeah, and if you have some inside paper sticking out like me, that's fine. Probably because I tore it. Okay, so we're gonna move forward to the prompt part, so you can fill in your zines, and then if you need, like, if you're lost with the zine we just made, there'll be an infographic that I made, or you can reach out in the chat. All right.
Susanna says, I used watercolor and messed up for reasons having nothing to do with the watercolor paper.
No worries. Okay, so yeah, you'll see this image again. But I want to get to the prompt. So the people that are like, yeah, I know how to do this. Can we get to the making part?
I'm going to do mine silently again, like a flight attendant for anyone who missed it, because I see a couple people missed it. But so I'm just going to be quietly in another corner doing it.
That sounds great. Yeah, thank you. All right, and then if you're going to work on the prompt, I want you to look at your zine and open it up. We're not going to draw on the cover first. And then on each page, think of it as like a day of the week, right? Because you have 7 pages besides the cover. And on the first page would be like Monday. You don't have to write the word Monday. This is up to you. But I want you to draw an object you saw that day. It could be something very mundane, like a pigeon eating some trash. Or it could be something that sort of struck an emotion with you, or something you see every day. And then somewhere on that same piece of paper, you're going to write a word or a phrase you overheard that day. I walk and take the bus a lot, so that like I hear a lot of that. If you've been in the house most of the week, what about things you read, things you saw on like Twitter or movies you watched, right? That counts. And after you go through each page with an object and something you overheard, you can go back to the cover and then we'll share. I sort of assume we might not finish, but I want you to just go through the exercise and see what happens. All right. And then on the left is the prompt I just said, and on the right is the zine, the steps of the zine. So let's get making. Oh, I can't hear you, Tom.
Oh, sorry. I said I like that you were generous enough to say that if we saw something on Twitter, we can put it there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that can be a dangerous place, but yeah. All right, and then I think we go for about 20 minutes, right, or so, and then we'll share.
About right, yeah. I'm writing down what is on the prompt in the chat, if anyone is a copy and paste kind of person or.
Thank you.
Sarah, I'm not clear where the front page is.
Okay. Can you hold up your what you made? Oh no, there's so many people.
I can maybe spotlight for a second, since I put the prompt in the chat. That was a good idea.
The cover would just be the first page. Sort of the face of the zine.
Was that Marlene? Let's put Marlene on
Yeah.
for a second, and Sarah, you can help her. Oh,
Marlene.
what happened?
Can you see mine, or is it blurred?
It's a little blurred. Can you hold it in the
Okay,
middle?
I can fix it. Just give me a second.
Mhm.
I think that should be better.
Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay.
You want me to open it?
Yeah, let's see. Do you have 8 folds? Okay, yeah. So then I'll open mine and you follow me. Hot dog.
Yeah.
So you have to fold it all the way down. Just one fold.
Fold it.
Yeah, very good. Pinch
Okay.
it at the top with the slits. Put your fingers where the slits are closer. Let me see. Right on the sort of the intersection. Yeah, very good. And then push your fingers together. Now close all of them together to form a book, please. And then hold it up a little higher when you're done.
This way?
Oh yeah, very nice. So yeah, so now the cover would be right like the front of the book or zine.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah. What's up?
I have a big book.
Great. Yeah,
I can't make a small book.
that's all right. I do bigger. Did you have a bigger piece of paper to start with?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Do you have any?
Oh, I was just gonna say, a lot of people are saying they can't remember Monday. I'm definitely in that category as well. So a lot of my time here is gonna be like trying to remember what the heck this week was.
You also can make it all one day, right?
Just to be clear, we're saving the cover, which is this, for last. So we're starting day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. There we go, cover. Yeah. So if you can see Sarah's second window, nice. Oh, Monday was Labor Day, Sally says. That does help. That helps a lot.
All right, okay. So you shouldn't have been working, but I know many people had to.
And Merrick says this would be a great blank book to carry around in a pocket all week as a daily diary practice. I totally agree. Do you do that, Sarah?
I used to diary every day, but I got out of practice during the pandemic when I had all this time.
But you know what? We're also really, I think we're centering Monday a little too much, because actually, if we want it to be 7 days, we should start with Saturday, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even want to talk about who's in New Zealand and Australia, where they're a day ahead of us already. It's too complicated. But if you want to really do it, one page per day and land on 7 and have that be today, you'd have to start with Saturday. And I'm definitely not ready for that. No idea what happens Saturday. But anyway, it's fun,
Yeah.
Sarah. Thanks. So wait, so are
Hey,
we
hey, Sarah, a quick
Mhm.
question.
course.
Can you just write? Because I don't know how to draw.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I often just draw. Yeah. Yeah, these are just loose guidelines. You can also make a zine about whatever you want.
Hannah Laura is starting on Sunday and doing 6 days, putting something on the back cover just to be a troublemaker. I think that's a good hack, right? Or a good
Mhm. I like that. I like all these revisions. These are all good.
And Dave Lasky, who has done lots of comics without pictures, says zines are often writing without drawings.
Mhm. Hi, David.
Sarah, are you in San Francisco?
Yeah, I'm in San Francisco right now, but I lived in Seattle for a long time.
Oh,
Or that's where I'm from. I guess, yeah, that's where I was born.
Did you go to the Zine Fest on Sunday, Sarah? The San Francisco Zine Fest?
I tabled, and it was really
Ah.
fun. It was the first sort of fest in quite a while. Yeah. Did you?
No, but there was a person from SAW who was apparently tabling there too.
Oh, cool. I always imagine I'm going to make it to everyone else's tables, but that doesn't happen.
totally. So the Chris Seidel variation is any 7 days, any 7 things I can remember from the week. And I think that's what I'm going for. That's getting me unstuck.
I like that.
Because man, I just don't have a temporal brain anymore. I think it's the pandemic.
Temporal brain.
Debbie's looking at her phone calendar. That's a good idea. Or look at your like photo log if you happen to have one of those on your phone or something. If you take photos every day.
Oh, that's true. It'll be all of my cats in different sleeping positions. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. That's my, I know what I'm going to draw now.
A word or phrase you overheard that day. I didn't even get that far. I was just on draw one thing.
Yeah, well, you can just draw one thing. But I work at a comic shop, and like I said, I take the bus a lot, so I hear a lot of things. But I think one of my favorite things recently I overheard was someone say, in the comic shop, they were like on a date, I think, maybe a first date, trying to impress this person. And they're like, wow, this is what I thought SF MoMA was going to be like.
They were on the bus.
You thought a huge museum was going to be like a comic shop? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's off to a good start. That was the date?
Yeah. I mean, the person sort of just not, I don't know if the date was going well.
Cassie says, what time will we work until? About 7:40 or 40 after the hour, I think is what we agreed on, right, Sarah?
Correct.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm imagining everyone got the zine part okay.
Mhm. Yeah, the drawing is bonus.
Whole thing about memory, though, once you let yourself start remembering things, more things tend to come up, right?
Totally. You need a little nudge.
Yeah.
Hey, I discovered this simple molecule that
Hmm.
Valerie says that she is just doodling on the pages with watercolor paint.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I would love to learn how to watercolor.
I wonder how many cat pictures we'll get. You drawing your cat, Sarah?
Yep.
Oh, you are? Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to now remember things I've heard. And it'll happen.
And the Priya variation is to do it as a regular sketch comic. I think that's fine.
Mhm.
A lot of variations happening.
Yeah, that makes me happy. I don't really want anyone to listen to me. That wouldn't be fun.
Hmm. So we've got 7 minutes if you're going by the time we set. If you're playing by Sarah's rules, we got 7 minutes left. And the good thing is like, you know, the people who are ready can start sharing, and then other people can work and share a little bit.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Wait, we have to do the cover last though.
Oh, right.
So maybe at 38 after, I'll remind people that if they haven't done the cover to do that.
Mhm.
And Elisa says this would be a fun practice to do each day without having to remember a week back. I totally agree. It's really
Mhm.
nice. For a while in the depths of the pandemic, I was making one of these every day for my daughter, but and putting it into a little basket for like a mailbox because we were all cramped in the house. But it was actually a lot of work I didn't have time for because it was really limited time. And but anyway, she really appreciated it, but we got out of that habit. I got out of that habit. But somewhere up there, she's got 30 or 40 of these. What is
Oh, that's sweet.
Sarah, I've got that info right here, actually, if you want.
Oh, and I should mention, I forgot. I have like a little pack of like I have a pack of 4 zines like this that are all about making comics, and one of them is about making zines. And you can get it for free, and I'll mail it to you. It's like a pay it forward model, so you pay for strangers, or you don't have to pay at all, you know. And I'll mail you little zines about making zines.
That's great. That's a great model.
Mhm.
Thanks, Julie. So Susan is asking for a URL. I saw that on your website, Sarah. I'll grab that.
Well, thank you.
I think I saw it on your website, or was it the?
It's probably under Artsy Fartsy Press or something.
Maybe I saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah, something should be on both.
Let's see. Oh, RC Farsi Press. There we go.
Thank you, Tom.
Sorry, it took me so long.
Hey, Sarah, I'm all done.
Nice. Oh, nice. And you got your cover done? Cool. I look forward to seeing it.
I got my cover done.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm only on page 3. Nice. Yeah, we can share soon, right? Yeah, a few more minutes. If you want to share.
I do.
Yeah, nice. Should finish mine.
All right.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm not far enough along.
Same. All right. I guess this is the 2-minute warning for when we start sharing, but you can keep working. Sketch out a cover if you want.
And so Robin says, this is blowing my mind a bit. So we could draw the comic, photocopy, and then just fold them all. Yes?
Mhm. Yep. I would just go like this. Put it on a photocopier and, or, you know, and press 200 or something.
And then run down to the zine fair.
Yeah.
Sarah, you and I both have to finish though. Look, we're both
Oh.
we both have like half the page not done. So
Oh no.
hurry.
Okay. 3 more cats.
And Umi says she's struggling with a cover. Umi, I've never seen you struggle with imagery. But you could put a close-up of something that's inside, or a hint of something that's coming up, or just words on the cover.
That's true. I like that.
Or one of Sarah's cats. Wait, hold that up. I'm going to draw that.
Sort of a werewolf cat or something.
Yeah, it's definitely werewolfy. Okay, good. I got a page out of it. Thank you.
That was today is what you saw.
So it's 7:40. If people want to start raising their hands and sharing, we can do that. Sarah can take a look at them. And oh yeah, we got some hands up already. And meanwhile, if you're still working, that's totally fine. So yeah, Sarah, I'll just start doing that. I've got March, Allison, in line. So I'll remove spotlights and then let him go. Here
Thank you.
go. Sure. March, you're up.
Okay, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay, so here's mine. I was just using some of my toned notebook paper, so it's gray, but you know, whatever. So it just says September 5th through 9th, because that's what I wrote about. So I couldn't like remember everything, but I know that I watched Sense and Sensibility on Monday, so I drew Hugh Grant with his fluffy 90s hair.
Nice.
One of the lines from the movie, which is he drives a barouche, because I just think it's funny. And then Tuesday, all I could remember was taking one of my art classes where we talked about like 1-point perspective and incline planes and stuff. And my teacher saying, "This is due next class." So yeah. And then Wednesday, I was in my creative nonfiction class. So we did like memoirs and stuff like that. That's what we do a lot of. And we were reading this one story. And a bunch of us were like, wow, the main character is in love with both of these people. So, well, the narrator, the real person, I guess. So I just put like, I think she was in love with both of them because a lot of people said that. And then someone else showed me this like awkward photo of her uncle at a family wedding, except they all like hate each other. So she's like, look at his clenched fists. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then on Wednesday night, I found out I was exposed to COVID. So I stayed home on Thursday. And so I just put like a little bed and then like I tested negative today because that's all I did on Thursday. And then on Friday, which is today, in my apartment, I caught a mouse in one of my humane mouse traps. And I thought he was really cute, but my roommate said, no, he needs to go far away.
Oh no, take him.
So I had to take him outside and free him in the little woodlands. But I thought he was adorable, so I drew him. And one of my other friends thought he was very cute as well. Yeah, and then I put on the last page like what this was for, so I could remember if I find this later. And then the cover is kind of a combination of all of the things that were in the pages.
Cool.
So I've got him on an inclined plane and some stairs and Hugh Grant's droopy eyes and everything else.
Oh, so fun. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks. We'll go to Allison next. We have Allison, Kirsten, and Sally in line.
Okay, lower, there we go. Okay, so I did a bigger piece of paper and I was drawing frantically and I just projected forward to Sunday because my weeks are so similar now with the pandemic. But on Labor Day, it was very, very hot here. And I just basically jammed all the way through a mystery novel. And then on Tuesday, it was hot again. And I made beans in the solar oven to the recipe of some Macedonian nuns, and they were very good. It was very yummy. And then on Wednesday, I'm part of a group called Visualizing End of Life Issues. And we were talking about visual vigils and how do you want your last hours to be. And then on Thursday, I had a business meeting and talking about when you reach out to potential clients, you need to let them know you are an expert. You need to let them know that you give value, but mostly they want your personality. And then on Friday, that is today. I can't read this. Oh, yes, Deutsch, German. I've been learning German since the start of the pandemic, so I do German every day. And then Saturday, the grapes are just about done outside. I've been leaving some for the birds, but they're really good, so I get them. And then on Sunday this week, I just found out that I have a potential half-sister from an indiscretion of my father's back in the 50s. So we have to figure that all out. So that's kind of been a big deal for me. So thank you. Yeah, whoa is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a cat down here who wants to be.
Yes, she can come. Thank you for sharing.
I like how Allison was like, that has to be dealt with or something like that. All right, Kirsten, we'll go to you next. Sure, there we go.
I wrote about the day I saw an astronaut online. It was the most exciting thing. He was the host of a class. We saw lots of interesting things that day when we went into space. We got to take pictures in the class. That was the best part about being in space, was learning about a telescope that he was teaching in class. It was the best night ever, a day I will remember of being in space. And I got pictures.
Let's see.
It was this one.
Can you hold it up a little closer? Oh yeah, let's see.
And
Wow.
and then this is the stars.
Ooh, is that from the
And,
new
uh,
telescope?
then we took pictures of this.
Cool.
And then the last one, we got to the last one was me and him.
Oh, awesome. That's fun. I love reading about space.
Thanks, Kirsten.
It's
Thank you.
it's the variety tutorial, and they have lots of video, lots of classes in there. The next one I'm going to do is storm tracker and see and taking pictures of hurricanes.
Whoa.
Stay safe. And we'll go to Sally next. Thanks, Kirsten.
Mine is called Wacko Weeko because I started doing the Monday thing, and then I realized you were talking about how the week was. So I just put I mixed up all the days. So Monday I went out and trimmed my star jasmine, and that's the main thing I remember doing because it was pretty warm, and I thought about labor rights. And Sunday we had a storm almost come over the mountains to us, and I went outside to watch it, and it never got there. But we had Virga, which is, and I always put down Vergara, which is Sofia Vergara, the actress. I always think it's Vergara is the name of that. It's when there's water coming out of the clouds, but it doesn't hit the ground. It's called Virga.
Cool.
I love that word. Okay, and then I skipped to Wednesday when my little parrot was hanging out by himself, and he hangs out by himself quite a bit now, and he's learned the phrase, "Are you out here all by yourself?" No. And then we go back to Sunday when I got together to play music with some friends, and somebody did Little Sister. It's an old Elvis song, Little Sister.
Don't you do what your big sister
Yeah.
did?
Yeah. And then Tuesday, it was really hot, and all I could think about was heat wave. And I've been giving my watermelon scraps to the squirrels and the rabbits outside, and they really know what to look for now. They get grapes or whatever's kind of going wacky. Go to Friday. I got the flu vaccination today, so I'm fading right now. And on Thursday, I was thinking about, and I was invited to go with some friends on an eclipse cruise in 2024. And I don't think that that's in the cards. It's 10 days on a boat, and I can't see it. I've never done a cruise, but that's what we were talking about. So that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Awesome, Sally. Thanks. We'll go to Mary next. Let's see. Mary. Here's Mary.
Okay. So mine is called Blisters, Blasters, the Queen and My Old Jeans. It's epic. This is the John Kohler Arts Preserve in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, which is an awesome place that all of you guys would love. And I went there this week with my sister, also known as the Blister. She didn't get the architecture. So I drew her saying, I don't get the architecture. You have to look it up. It's pretty cool. Okay, I didn't ink in the rest of it yet. So On Tuesday, I had a scan. I have had a couple of scans to see what's going on with my guts, and they're fine. And Wednesday, I had sitting on the edge of my bed talking to the doctor about how there's no point in having surgery, so I'm not going to have surgery, which is nice. And I'm just going to give up all things I love eating and go from there. Let's see. Oh, this is my desk, my computer, another monitor, my little cell phone that I watch TV on, which you can do when you work remote. And it says, the Queen has died. If you're just tuning in, Queen Elizabeth has died. And then my little alien spirit guide or whatever he is saying, wah. And because that was pretty sad. And then this is, I'm just, I did this multiple times this week, so I'm cheating here. But these are giveaways that I'm cleaning closets, cleaning cabinets, cleaning drawers, and thinking about an uncomfortable conversation I'm going to have with somebody, saying, okay, here's what I'm going to say. If you don't stop telling me how much you love me, I will have to require a proposal. So anyway, cleaning cabinets and thinking of uncomfortable conversations.
Thank you for sharing.
I know, weird random stuff.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Seriously though, the Kohler Arts Preserve, very cool place.
Okay, somebody put that in the chat, a URL for that.
I'll try and do that. Yeah.
Great, thanks, Mary. And we'll go to Jen next, and then Chris, and then Susan.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I couldn't remember anything about the week either. So I went back through my Facebook messengers. I only did 3. Monday was Tom knows it flooded, and Thurber's Avenue is a famous, horrible place on exit from the highway that they're like Thoibas if you're from Rhode Island. So that flooded there. And then this was just a random article my partner sent me about how cats like to be brushed with a toothbrush, which is something that we do because we foster cats. So he sent me that to just say, oh, look, an article about that thing that we do. So there's a picture of a cat getting brushed with a toothbrush. And then that is a picture of my son's apartment that he sent me that he's moving to. Thank you, Sally. That he sent me to show me his new apartment that I started to draw. And that was as far as I got because as like you, I mean, I can remember Thursday because the Queen died. But other than that, it's hard to remember. So, but I love this. This is fun and I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jen. So we'll go to Chris, Susan, and Vicky. So Chris.
Yeah, I'm not finished either, but one thing I remember is that I refilled my hummingbird feeder and then started a hummingbird war because they fight each other over their feeders.
Yeah, they're mean.
I was in the market and I heard this family say, "You have a list, Dad, or is it all in your head?" And there was an old man pushing a shopping cart and his family was behind him, and I got the impression that they were shopping for the real stuff and they were giving him a shopping cart to go around the store and buy whatever he wanted. Anyway, it was kind of funny. I went to a scientific meeting and was involved in some poster presentations. I went to the DMV and waited in line for 3 hours for 5 minutes to renew my license. And then on the subject of the Queen, I was sitting in a scientific meeting and the presenter had just put up a slide on death domains and proteins and talking about programmed cell death. And my watch buzzed and it said, Queen Elizabeth has died. Like all within 5 seconds. So that's my thing so far.
Thank you.
Great exercise.
Awesome, Chris. Thanks so much. A lot of people going to the DMV this week. I thought you could do most of that stuff online. Susan, you're next.
Okay, hi everyone. So my cover is Does Drawing Heal? And this was a podcast I was listening to, a conversation of Danny Gregory and his friend Jack. Very interesting discussion they had. And then I was at Friends and they made this beautiful fresh tomato salad. And the question was, is basil a spice or a food group? Depending on how much basil you want to put in your salad. The Sacramento weather matched its record for highest number of days over 100, and it was 115 here on Tuesday. Blue fingernail or toenail polish, and it's not quite time yet for pumpkin spice latte. Swimming in the creek, and one of the locals said, we got here before the riffraff arrived. The mosquito fire is 0% contained. We're not making any future appointments at a doctor's office that was closed. Turns out he's being under criminal charges. And then I forgot my friend's birthday again. I thought it was tomorrow and learned it was yesterday.
Oh no.
She's forgiven me.
Oh, that's good.
I was going to say maybe Susan has to have an uncomfortable conversation like Mary did. Nice, Susan. Thanks. What is it? Wait, what's a mosquito fire?
Well, they always give the fires in California these names that have something to do with like a local campground or something else. And then consequently, nobody knows where the hell they are unless you live here or look on maps. So the one that's nearest to me, 31 miles away, is called the mosquito fire.
Wow. All right, thanks. And it's Vicky, deep in the woods.
Unabashed self-promotion, Susan. Today is my birthday.
Oh, well done, Nikki.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, I want to take away that. Pardon me. Give me 1 second. Yes. Spaghetti and meatballs are waiting in the other room.
Oh, happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's so fun.
I'm not shy about telling people it's my birthday. I go,
Yeah, why not?
It's my birthday. Complete strangers, but you're not strangers. Thank you all for being here. So the title of my zine is The Devil in the Detail. That's a but I misunderstood the prompt at first and thought I should draw one object I see every day. And the thing I heard was, feed me.
I like that.
Every day, this lunatic in my face, feed me. He bit me once so hard he bruised the bones in my wrist and broke my heart. And this time he only says meow, maybe before I understood his language. And then it ends with, despite he is my best friend forever for 15 years now.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vicky. All right, Cassie is next. Here we go.
Okay, so I only did 2 panels, but that's how it goes sometimes. And they were also both from today. So that's how it goes. But anyways, so today, you might be following week by week the saga of my changing jobs. Today, I went and picked up my things from my desk, and I never have to talk to my evil boss again.
Yay, quit your job.
I'm overjoyed. I hate her. Okay, anyway. And then the second thing I did was I saw mooncakes on social media and they just looked so pretty and delicious that I was like, I need to experience these. And so I went and I bought some and I liked the lotus seed the best.
Nice. Thank you.
Very nice. A nice 2-panel comic. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cassie, thanks. And good luck. The new job's okay?
We'll see you on Monday.
Oh, it hasn't started. You're in between the liminal zone between jobs.
Yes.
All right.
Lady of Liberty.
Here we go. We'll go to Nikki next.
My title is My Up and Down Week with a Beautiful Finale. So day one, which is there. Took my car for its first trip into town for art supplies and treated the cat to cook chicken. That was Monday. Day two. Oh no, that was day two. Sorry, day one. I drew daffodils on the side of the road, and one of the neighbours came over and said, "Wow, you're really talented." And I was just like, whatever. But she kept insisting, and it got to the point where it was quite embarrassing. But anyway, she kept coming back like multiple times and looking at what I was doing. And then there's the other neighbour, the draw jammers, heard about him on Thursday. I won't really go into it. Mowing his lawns. That was the last time I saw him. So he came over as well, which is really cool. And there's the daffodil. Right, day two, you've already had. Day three, I watched Wuxia on YouTube as my body was non-functional. Love Like the Galaxy, really enjoying it. So that's me lying in bed watching the Wuxia. Day four, I was still recuperating, so not much happened on that day. Day five, my landlord fixed the boot of my car and I shouted him Turkish takeout, and we sat on a beautiful beach and ate our meals. Day six, Queen Elizabeth II died, Prince Charles became king, my neighbour, and talked art supplies during draw jam, which was really cool. And day seven, let me swap.
Oh,
I have just come back from, what am I doing there? Writing haiku and drawing bees in the garden.
oh, that sounds nice.
Can you see that?
Yeah. There, that's nice contrast. Oh,
So that's why it had like a nice finale, because that was the, now I know how to draw bees. Anyway, thank you very much.
oh, thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks so much, Nikki. Excuse me, we'll go to Michael. There's Michael.
Dogs. Oh.
Almost. And feed the dogs, mop up the pee, pick up the poop under the table. Phoebe pulls the blanket off the pillow. No blanket for Phoebe. Put the blanket back on the pillow for Fruit Bat. Isn't she adorable? Fruit Bat is always barking, driving us to the precipice of insanity. Huff, 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 ugh, etc. Oh, where's this gonna go? Phoebe is 15. That's 105 in human years. She likes to poop under the table, usually an inch from the wee-wee pad. Fruit Bat rides in a stroller because her back legs don't work so well anymore.
Oh.
And now for the finale. Pretty sure that's that Phoebe's death will destroy me. Oh, Michael. I like how that image is of your face is right over your head in perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
Marlene, can you hear us? We're ready, if you're ready.
You caught me unawares.
Oh,
I'm
we
just
can come back.
I'm changing my background. Sorry, Tom.
Should we go to Erica?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go to Erica next. Here we go, Erica.
On Saturday, That's Brad Pitt in Bullet Train. We went and saw Bullet Train. And it says, was the pad thai extra spicy this time? Because my husband and got to go, we had a date, date. And my mom asked me that. She remembered, and I didn't even remember that it was spicy last time I went. This is me in bed because I was sick all of a sudden. I was coming down with something and then it really hit. So in my bed because I was sick. The first test is solid, but the second one is faded. That's my husband. So I think I'm fine. And then my girls, because it was Labor Day on Monday. So that's them in their bathing suits. And they said, "Are you getting in the pool, Mama?" They get so excited when they get in the pool. And then this is the chicken thighs that I keep seeing over and over, the same package. And this chicken is Chef's Kiss. I don't want chicken with the sauce, is what the kids said. And then I put an asterisk because those are the biggest thighs I've ever seen so far. And then I didn't do any other panels for Wednesday, Thursday, or today, or the cover yet. Still working.
Me too. Thank you for sharing.
Well, that's a good reminder to post on social media, everybody. Hashtag Friday Night Comics at Comics Workshop. You can tag us. You can tag Sarah at Maloney Doodles. And we'll go. Marlene, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, now we'll go to Marlene.
Can you see me?
Yep.
First of all, Tom and Sarah and Susan, thank you for today. I am so excited to be here. You know, my dream has come true. I love cartoons. And so you've taught me something else, Zine. Is that right? Zine. I figured out how to make the book, and on Monday, as you can see, I jumped on my very brand new bed. I can't jump that high, but you know, in cartoons you can do anything. And so my body said, welcome.
Congratulations. Happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. My grandson on Tuesday, ouch, he had a dental operation, and you can see the graph lines going up and down. And he even wears a Monster t-shirt, and the tooth is next to him. And so I felt his pain. And the Tuesday, I really prayed hard. He came through it, so he should be okay.
That's good.
Next. Sorry?
Oh, I said that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Excuse me. Wednesday. Like one of the other participants, I had a bone density scan at the hospital. That's me lying in trepidation with this big machine moving overhead from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And they put a little stepping, you know, for me to get onto the bed. And I had to wait for 2 hours, but it was worth it, so that I know what's inside of my bones.
Wow.
So that was a little bit of a scary episode. The next one, I'm in an art group, and they say just sketch whatever comes to mind, and this is what I did. I drew the city skyline of Sydney, and that's what it looked like to me, just a blur of black with the sun setting in the background. Then the next day, very exciting for me. We have been talking to each other on Zoom. I'm sitting on the far side with a bob hairstyle. And the other three friends, we've never met each other ever. But yesterday we met each other at Oz Harvest Cafe. And Oz Harvest is, they take, you know, all the ingredients from different shops here in Surrey Hills. And then they prepare delicious meals for anybody who is interested to come. And I haven't had such lovely food, offered to us for some time due to the pandemic. So yeah, that's what we did yesterday. Today, I think I saw an alien last night, and that's my alien. I don't know what gender she is, but she had like a little twirl in a curl on top of her head. She was quite trendy actually, in her dress. And I hope to meet her soon.
Oh,
and then
nice.
7 days a week. The one song goes 8 days a week. Well, anyway, this is 7 days a week. So 5 plus 2 is 7 days. And like somebody else said, my introduction to my little zine is the very renowned Queen II, who passed away and leaves a legacy to die for. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Marlene. So we'll go to Candy and then Umi, and then we'll see if Jamie's around, and then that'll be it. Let's see. Candy, when you're ready. All right, maybe we'll go to Umi if Candy's not there. Oh, wait, Candy's here.
Am I on?
Candy, there you go. And then we'll go to Umi.
Okay. Hi. So it's a little messy because I'm having these like problems with my hand. So I'm using this new fat pen, and I found out that when I erase it, it made a hot mess. So the one thing I didn't put in here was that I joined the SAW year-long thing this week. And so
congrats.
Thank you. So that's why I'm sharing, because I'm like, I have to make myself actually share. I usually just hide and then I share on Instagram, but I'm making myself actually share. So I can't even really see it, can you? Can't really see my looks like my camera's not great, but that's actually a headstone, and that is a George Foreman grill. And I have here on Labor Day, we paid our respects to family and planted flowers. This year we had our barbecue using a George Foreman grill. And then somebody said, look at that grease like flowing out of the George Foreman. This was me. I worked at home on Tuesday and gave a grant writing training. So I'm thinking to myself, I have to listen to myself talk. And here I am saying grant writing is a great transferable skill. With a huge smile, trying to teach people how to do grant writing. On Wednesday, I was at work and somebody was calling me who got back from vacation and said, can we reschedule? I have no idea why we scheduled today. Then yesterday at work, that's me losing my mind. And I was holding a meeting with two people. They were the camp team. They run the summer camp. And I was discussing all these grants that I like held back while they were working at camp. And so I had this like a ton of things to tell them. And somebody said to me, oh, and a few people left my department, so I'm all alone. So somebody said to me, I don't know how you sleep at night. And also at one point I said, I'm just a line item. He said, you're more than a line item. So that was nice.
What a sweet thing.
That's me. And then now it gets really messy because it's just my hands are not great. So today I worked from home again, and my husband and I were watching 2.5 Men, and I had this revelation that Charlie follows in his mother's footsteps because they're both wealthy, drink a lot, and sleep around. And my husband said, whoa, like that was this real revelation. It's like the end of the day, and we both were a little crazed. And then tomorrow I'm going down the shore, Long Beach Island, to celebrate my sister's 40th. Her birthday's also today, and that's supposed to be me in the lagoon, rejoicing at my opportunity to be at the shore, and didn't really finish that either. And there we go. That's my week. So thank you for letting me share. And this was
yeah. Thank you for letting me watch you share.
Thanks, Candy. Okay, so we've got Umi and Leanne. Let's see. There's Umi. Let's see what Umi came up with for a cover.
Hi. So my thing is wordless right now, and it's not really finished. It's called The Queen Has No Place. And I really don't know about this person. I have some thoughts about it, but I can't really fantasize anything. But this represents this week. But it comes from what I've written, actually. It has nothing to do with the Monday, Tuesday, because I've been doing a lot of diary comics for the past 7-8 days, and oh, it burned me out. So I wasn't able to do last night. And I was like, I'm not going to go back and think about this week. So bear me. So these are ghosts that I've seen in my life. So the first page is the raccoon ghost. I have often seen raccoon dogs are haunting people. And this is me seeing from the, like the bush of the building. And I'm not, all these pages, I'm not sure where to put myself, but here is me. I was a 5th grader, and I often saw this guy. He's a ghost who wears a white tuxedo, and he was standing there for like 6 months. I have no idea. And I had more problems with the things go, so I often saw things like soy sauce bottles or something in front of something, and those are material ghosts, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and I'm not going to explain what it was. And I think it's me seeing the ghost from the inside of the tram, and this is a shrine, and I was kind of got scared. And then I was like, oh, I have to have some cover. So there's a new ghost, I think.
Ooh, cool. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Amazing, Umi, thanks. And we'll close out with Leanne. There we go.
You know what? I have to change my background. I just realized.
Sometimes you do, unless you hold the paper exactly at face level.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that
September 5th to 9th, 2022 zine. That'll work. I want to waste time. Monday, there's a cake because I was doing my son's birthday at a park. But then I found out later that evening my grandma died.
I'm sorry.
And she was 97. So Tuesday, her body was at the mortuary, and my mom called me about what we're going to do to scatter her ashes. And that was kind of preoccupying me. And then, you can't see it very well. Wednesday, I put her obituary on this site called Ever Loved. And then Thursday, the Queen died. And wouldn't you know, my grandma was born in 1926 and died in 2022. And Queen Elizabeth was born in 1926 and died in 2022. And they died the same week. One was born in Seoul, Korea, and the other one was born in England. So interesting. And then Friday, I was putting together, oh, you can't see. I was putting together some photos for her viewing. And then there's a poster that I'm supposed to pick up tomorrow. And then the final one, it just says, no more tears, no more pain, because she was in a lot of pain when she died. That's it.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you for the class.
Yeah, love to you and your family.
Thanks, Leanne. And usually we check in with Jamie around now. Jamie says she'll share on social media. I'm putting the social media info in the chat. Sarah, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you all.
You know, some randomness because people's memories were that way, you know, and that worked really well.
Oh yeah.
Matt, some queens, some poignant moments, some couple people saying they have to have hard or interesting conversations soon. We have genealogy explorations happening. I don't know. It's nice to get this like cross section of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I appreciate that for having me, and you all take time out of your day.
Everybody, let's unmute ourselves and say thank you to Sarah, and then everybody also should go have a good day, or even try, if you're allowed to go outside, go outside. If you, I don't know, what if you're just have a good evening and share what you did on social media. I love checking on these over the week and seeing what comes up. So everybody, let's thank Sarah. Sarah, thanks so much.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Fun.
Fun.
Gonna do this
Thank
again.
you.
Bye.
Have a good day, evening.
Yeah, morning for some. Thanks, everybody.